Hi guys, you're struggling to install Motorola CPS 2.0? In this video, I'll show you the exact step-by-step process to get you up and running quickly. It's Scott here from Radio Shop UK. Today I'm going to walk you through the installation of Motorola CPS 2.0, avoiding common mistakes people make. First thing you want to do is download the software. Normally it comes as a zip file. Please note it's a large file. It's normally around 700 to 900 for the standalone version. 720 this version is. Please notice there's many versions of CPS. Of CPS2. This is 2.153.167. There's a lot of features coming out. There's a lot of bug fixes. Make sure you have the latest version. It'll save you a lot of issues when you're trying to read program radios. So we've got the file. It's zipped. Right click, hit extract all. Save it to your desktop so it's nice and simple. Hit extract. It'll save to your desktop. Here's one I made earlier. You've got obviously the README file, the legal notes, and you've got the software. One of the key important things is you run it as administrator. This way it gives you all the rights to use the software and your computer's not going to restrict you. There's many languages you can select. We're going to install English United States. Also, if you go to the settings, you can actually change the language once it's been installed to another. Close it down, reboot it, and it'll open up as another language. So we're going to extract the files. Important to note, when we're doing this, make sure this software is designed for a Windows 11. It's also designed, minimum requirement ideally is a Core i5 processor and 4 gigs of RAM. Follow the on-screen instructions. And one important thing is when you come to program the radios, go down here, right click power and sleep settings, and make sure your computer is set to best performance. If it's set to balance or power efficiency, when you come to write to them radios, it'll take an extra 30 seconds a minute each time. Well, if you're doing 200 or 300 radios, that's a lot of time you can be saved, and it stops your computer being sluggish. I'll also recommend closing down any other programs like Outlook or any Google Chrome when you're actually programming. It just means your computer will work more efficiently installing the software and reading and writing the radios. So we click installation. The most common faults we have when we're installing it is your antivirus is blocking it, you haven't run it as administrator, and your PC doesn't meet the requirements. When it comes to programming or reading the radios, the most common issue there is you don't have a proper programming cable. You've bought one on eBay or Amazon. Please make sure you buy official and a proper Motorola programming cable. It'll save you a lot of issues. Any problems with a cable, look in the link below. We've got all the cables for all the Motorola radios. So the software is now installed. We'll close that. There's two ways of opening the software. You can do it through the desktop icon. What will happen is it'll tell you the version there, but it'll open the software. What we're now going to do is we're going to connect to Motorola radio. Make sure your radio's at least got half the battery charged. Make sure you're using a proper Motorola cable. And the radio we've connected today is the Motorola R2, which is the replacement for the Motorola DP1400, which is a very popular radio. So we've connected the radio. You'll hear it bleep when it connects to your computer. Go to read. What it's now going to do is it's going to read the radio. It'll unpack the data inside the radio. We can then modify, change it. We can then write it or clone it back to the radio. Yeah, so here's all the information it's read from the radio. It'll tell you the model number. It'll tell you what version of region version it is, the frequency it is. It'll also tell you what firmware it has in the radio as well. Another quick one is if you've opened a Codeplug and you're unsure of what radio it is, go to File, go to Reports. Yeah, Customer Handout. And it'll actually show you a picture of the radio so you know which radio we're looking at today. Also, once you've created your Codeplug, you can print off the summary. You can save it or print it off. You then have all your settings for your radio so you know for future reference when you want to install another radio if you don't have the Codeplug. Once you change all your settings, which we'll do in another video. So once you change all your channels, yeah, once we've edited the channels and we want to write it back to the radio, you can only write back to the radio if the serial numbers match. So because I've read this radio, I can write back to this radio. If I want to put this code plug onto another radio, which has to have the same model number, we have to make sure we clone it back. If I want to send it to multiple radios, we can do clone express and connect multiple radios to the PC. Then when it does that, it won't add the radio ID, which we'll go into in another video. I can't stress enough, any problems with reading, make sure you use a proper programming cable. Also in the next video, I'll show you how to fix CPS 2.0 not detecting your radio. So please watch out for that. I mentioned 2 ways of opening the code plug. There's actually 3. First one is we click on the shortcut on the desktop. Second one is we open a file which we've already saved previously. This will open the CPS. It'll also open that file as well. Yeah. And the third way is you go to open. When the software is open, select the file you want to open. You'll now open that, and there you go. If you have any questions or comments, please put them below, and please subscribe to the channel to help it grow.